I am live. So today I'm coming live just on the spur of the moment. I didn't set up a pre-announcement link. So happy good morning for Vipkid teachers who no longer teach on the weekends. So I don't know who's going to end up making it. Maybe a lot of my teacher friends filled the time with something else, right? Normally, this is the time that we are filling out feedback. And my name is Cindy. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about virtual teaching online. And I also have a lot of lifestyle videos and current event type videos. And so this video here is usually I come on Saturday mornings and I talk about virtual teaching. Usually this is when we finish up classes and a bunch of my teacher friends, we all kind of meet in this live and we talk about our classes, what's coming up, what's new, and everything else. But according to what's going on in China, they have decided that they don't want the students to be doing classes on weekends, holidays, and, they want the kids to spend their time, I don't know, being kids, which wouldn't really be a bad thing. But I was telling my husband this morning, if they think this is work, they haven't seen a Vipkid class because, we speak English and we talk about what's going on, in their life a little bit, but it's not stressful. Maybe English itself is stressful in their world when they take tests and things like that. Maybe they want to improve their English, but it's a really fun way to learn English, I think. And a lot of the teachers make their classes interesting, and we have ways to play basically with the kids. This week I had a really interesting thing. I got up on Monday morning and my brand new MacBook Pro did not work. So it wouldn't turn on, So I called up the Apple.com. It's less than a year old. And they said I need to make an appointment. So I made an appointment, got there. And the guy tried a couple things and he said, we have to send it out to the shop. And it was covered within the 1-year warranty. So that is really good. Not good that it broke down, but at least it was covered under the warranty. And so they sent it off. It was kind of cool. They sent it off and I gave them my email. I told them I would not mind text updates. So they sent me updates. They said, we're sending your computer to the, whatever they call it, service center. And then when it was there, they said, we got your computer. We are working on it today. And then when it was done, they said, we fixed your computer. We are sending it out, FedEx. And so that was kind of interesting. I had a moment by moment, a little bit type of update. So that was cool. I mean, it was a very expensive unit, so I was a little nervous giving it to them, but I had no choice. And they keep the serial number and everything. They write the serial number down. And so unless somebody takes it and scratches off that serial, I don't know. I think it's like embedded in the thing. So it's pretty safe and hopefully it gets to me. I'm hoping it will come today because Monday's a holiday and Tuesday I'm going to school. So I'm hoping that it's going to come today. I'm going to be looking for it and hopefully it's working. I did not hear what actually was wrong with it. It just wouldn't turn on. It was a black screen, so it could have been something with the touch button. I'm not exactly sure. But to my knowledge, I was kept asking my kids, did you spill something on it? Did something happen? And nobody admitted to anything. So I'm like, I don't think anything happened to it. So this week for Vipkid, I have been teaching a few classes. I taught a class, let's see, their holiday was up to the 31st. So September 1st was open, but I didn't have any classes that day. Oh, let me see. No, I didn't have one September 1st, but I had a couple classes on the 2nd, and that was a Thursday. So Thursday, I was supposed to be in school Thursday and Friday. Friday was already scheduled a half day, and Thursday was supposed to be a moving day for the teachers. And so since I drive so far, my boss said I didn't have to come in. So I opened up on Thursday, I opened up short notice, and I got one short notice, which was cool. And then I taught my one scheduled class. And on Friday, I was able to teach a level 5 class. And hey, Jason, and I was able to teach 2 level 7 classes on Friday. And so one of the level 7 classes was about the level 7 was about like your favorite woman, like a woman that you know, admire. And a lot of the level 7 classes are conversations, and they give you a topic, and then they give you certain vocabulary words, and then they want kids, the students, to make sentences and to just kind of, you know, make conversation and using the words that they ask you to use. So sometimes it's a little, you know, much of a stretch trying to incorporate those words. But, and, you know, it's kind of funny because the students, you know, it's their second language, so they're not used to a regular conversation. So I asked a lot of questions, and I had an older student for the level 7, and then I had my first level 8, which was kind of cool. The level 8, I thought, oh, good. Before VIP Kid goes away, I'm going to get a level 8. It was my first level 8, and she was younger. And I thought level 8 was quite a bit like level 7, same kind of setup. And this student was actually younger, though, but she spoke really good English. So we had some good conversations in that level 8 class. And so that was really nice. So since my computer was down, I didn't have many cams. I usually pop up pictures and things during the class. And so what I did is I went back to my rewards bucket, which I haven't really used a lot of since I do Manicam. And this was my reward. I gave out candy. My first class, which was, I think it was level 5, and we talked about, it was like a one of those reading classes, and it had like candy, cupcakes, things like that. So I just showed them this candy, which this was an idea somebody showed me a long time ago. So I had to use the 2D rewards, which I have quite a few of them saved up. I gave away a lot. I got rid of a lot because I use the Manicam all the time. And right now I'm using my older MacBook Pro, which my kids, obviously they wanted it, but I do let them use it, but I kept my account on it and everything. So that's what I'm using right now, but it's quite a bit slower. So I can't really use Manicam with it. So that's why I don't have my special border and everything that I usually use. But it works. I mean, it's a 2012 MacBook Pro, got it refurbished. I think we paid like $500 for it or something. But it is so sturdy. And the newer one that I paid way more than that for, it's more delicate. I don't know. I might look into I have a case that I carry it in, but I think maybe it needs another, like a skin or something, like to really protect it. I don't know. But this one that I'm using right now, it is so sturdy. I have had some issues with it early on. I had a friend that helped me with some tech issues, and but it's working, and that's what I'm able to use. I do have an OutSchool class today at 10 o'clock, so I won't be able to use my normal my normal slideshow because this computer is just too slow for all of that to do Canva, then open a slideshow and all that stuff. I was recommended, hello Luann, I was recommended that I would use, hey, just put you on here. Hello, Jason. So it was recommended to me to get everything off, like all of the files and everything off of this computer, and then it would probably run better. But I'm just so thankful that it still works. So this week I had some interesting classes. I used my iPad for Vipkid. My knitting class on OutSchool, I ended up having to use my phone. For some reason, my iPad would not go onto Zoom for OutSchool. Maybe they had to do some updates or something. And then I was using my iPad for Vipkid, and like 5 minutes before this class, I realized it was a level one of the new main courses that you can't do on the iPad. But I did do it on the iPad, and there were only 2 songs that I couldn't do, the first song and the last song. So I went ahead and I used my phone. I just went to the material section and I pulled up the song and I held it up at where I usually am shown, and it worked out. And nobody had any huge problems with it. But so that was all that was different, So they made this big deal about you can't teach the new main course level ones on the iPad, but it's only 2 songs, the beginning song and the ending song. They won't play on the iPad, but the other songs will. So that's all I had to do is the first song and the last song, just hold up my phone and we were fine. So Jason says he woke up this morning, he slept through a day. He thought he slept through a day of classes. I've been enjoying watching Jason's videos. He does car ride videos, and yesterday he did a video by the pool. It looks so awesome. I told him that he needs to have a Vipkid teachers meetup. So it looks like it would be a great place to take, have a party. But he looked a little awkward doing free time. Free time does not look like he's used to it. I'm sure he'll end up finding something to fill his time with, but it's good to see us all like we're relaxing. Like I went to bed last night, kind of stayed in bed, and I knew I was going to do this live. And then I have an OutSchool class today at 10, math with baby animals. And then I have a piano class at 1:30. So I do have a couple OutSchool classes today. And so I have 3 classes for OutSchool now. I have a knitting class, and I have a math with baby animals class, and I have a teaching piano class. So have you signed up for OutSchool yet, Jason? Because that is a really cool way to, like, you could just even do one class, just maybe teaching one of your languages, or you said something about manners, like find one thing that you really like and just try it, instead of wasting your time relaxing. So he says he forgot how much he enjoyed cooking. I've been enjoying trying new recipes. Awesome. And I also taught cooking on OutSchool. I did a bread making class. It was awesome. And being a male in the cooking field, you might get some. I had a boy once who signed up for my egg making class and didn't go the greatest. But I mean, I thought it was fun, but he only took 1 of the 4 classes. I haven't fully signed up for OutSchool yet. Yeah, it's a lot of fun because you can do what you like. And I have a variety of classes. And today I have only 3 students for my math with baby animals. I have Evelyn Joy's daughter, and I have another girl I've been teaching every Saturday ever since I started OutSchool. She started out with finger knitting, and then her mom said, just play games with her, So we turned it to math with baby animals, and I have a new student today. And so it's a lot of fun when it's something that you like to do and you aren't thinking, oh, I have to do this in order to make enough money to survive. That could be a lot of pressure. But when you do it as a hobby and you just kind of enjoy it and put your fun into it, and like I can see that it's something you kind of teach Jason as a hobby, as a side thing. It might be something that you enjoy, and then when the students see that, they pick up on it. And I mean, I'm sure I could teach more, but with everything changing right now, I'm doing what I can manage for the time being. So yeah, so I'm just doing a lot of things. Okay, so I have started teaching regular school in person. This past week, we had 3 days of school so far. So far, so good. But it's kind of interesting because they're putting in a whole new building for the high school. It's like a modular building, and we have to wait for them to put it all together, and then we have to wait for an occupancy permit. And so we have another part of an open part of the building that we kind of each take a corner of. So I don't have my own desk. I don't have my own like classroom right now. So it's a little tricky. And we kind of did shortened classes, and then the afternoons we did activities so the students could kind of get to know each other and stuff like that. So it's just kind of been fun so far. And then we have Monday off, and we'll start school on Tuesday. So the real stuff begins on Tuesday. And so it's going to be a lot busier, but it's kind of nice to go easing into it. And so I've been out, I got tires for my car, and oh, I have to tell you this story. It was just an amazing day. Like Friday, I decided that I would kind of like to get a second car to drive back and forth to school so I don't ruin my van. So I've been looking on the marketplace, and my husband sent me up to this one town where he wanted me to look at this car. It was a used car lot, and here I am going by myself. And so I've bought a lot of used cars, so I kind of know generally what to look for. And I knew how much money I wanted to spend and that kind of stuff. But the guy was not a salesman at all. He gave me the key. I drove the car around a little bit, and then I drove it back. I saw another one that I really liked. He gave me the key for that one. I drove that one around a little bit. And then I was like, I don't know. I don't really like these cars enough to even pay you anything for them. Like if somebody gave it to me, I would like it. But to pay for it, I'm going to keep looking. Hello. Hey, teacher Sandy, Simply Blessed. So thank you so much. I met Simply Blessed from the VIP Kid Journey online. Well, we met in person, but I watched a lot of her videos. So she switched to Simply Blessed, and I love your channel. Good to see you this morning. Thank you. So I'm going to tell this story about this. I went up in this area, like where I live, everywhere I go is about a half an hour. So if I go I go to this town, it's a half hour, this town, and we countryish section. And so this one area my husband sent me to look for a car, it was way out of the way. I don't normally go up there, but I went. I had the time that I wouldn't normally have because I was supposed to be in school on Friday. And I just went out for an appointment in the morning. And then I went to get my boys some contacts in the morning. And then I said, I dropped them off at the house, drove up to look at the cars. And then as I was coming back, the cars were lined up, and I could tell there was an accident. So I pulled over behind into this parking lot that was near the accident. And I looked over, and it was one of my friends that I met from going to meetings. And, if you've watched my channel, you can see that I've been going to different meetings about state things, and I've gotten to know a lot of new people. Like, they're not people at my church. They're not people that I would normally meet. I don't work with them, but we're just meeting up on state issues, I'll just say, in my state. And I looked over, and it was like, oh my goodness, that looks like so-and-so. And I'm like, that is her, and then she had this guy with her, and I was like, Those are my friends. And fortunately, nobody got hurt. So I had parked and I was like right across the street. And I was like, hey, hello, hi, it's me, Cindy. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know them that well. Like, we're not neighbors or anything. It was just out of the clear blue. Like, this is so weird. It takes a few minutes to process everything. So what happened was my friend was taking this other guy who I know pretty well to a doctor's appointment. He had had his shoulder um, operated on. And so they were sitting there waiting for someone. Like, one car was coming this way, one car was coming that way. They were waiting to let people by, and the people weren't looking carefully enough, and they both hit each other, and their car went into my friend's car. So they barely pulled out of their location to get going on their trip to the doctors, and they were in a car accident. Fortunately, no one was hurt. One lady went away in a stretcher, but I think that was probably precaution type thing because they weren't really driving very fast. But my friend was actually stopped. So I was able to intercept the guy that needed to go to the doctor's appointment. And we kind of squared away everything there. And then I took him to his doctor's appointment and then brought him back home. But it was just the most random thing. Like, if I hadn't gone to look at those cars to see what was there, and drive two of them around, like if I had only driven one, I probably would have been on my way and wouldn't have even known that they were in an accident. So I felt like it was just, it was a God thing, that God put me there at the right time, that and they didn't get hurt, but they had a ride to do what they needed to do. And the girl that was driving, she was able to drive her car away and drive back to her location and wait for us to get back with the patient. And so it was just an amazing thing how I thought God orchestrated all of that to, yes, there's going to be hard things in our life. And hard things happen, and lots of hard things are happening now in our world. But if we stay with God, then he is going to show himself and help and protect us through even the hard times. So it was a really cool day. And then I was able to talk to this guy because um we were in the car and we talked about things that I wouldn't have been able to talk to him about any other time, and because he knows a lot about the Constitution and about different things. And so it was a really cool experience. And yeah, so I just wanted to tell that story because it was just a way that God was showing me that he's going to take care of us. When we pray with him and ask him for help, he does help. And so I also wanted to take a moment to pray for people around the world. I know there's lots going on in Afghanistan. I saw that there was some news about people trying to get out of the country, and we need to pray for them. And also for Australia is some really hard stuff going there. And just that we would know as Americans that, we need to do our part to pray for them and to, see what we can do to not just sit here and wait for things to get better, but to see if there's something that we can do to help, maybe in our state, in our community, and things like that. So I'm just going to take a minute to pray right now and just ask God to work in these two situations and to give wisdom to those in charge to work his work. All right, so I'm just going to pray. Dear Lord, I do thank you for this day. Thank you for your love to us. I thank you for just showing us time and time again that you do love us. And as I watch those in trouble, thinking of Afghanistan and Australia, and I know that the news will always exploit the harder things of what's going on, but I know that you promise to watch over those who love you, and I pray that you would give grace and you would give just your grace, you say your grace is sufficient in times of need. And I don't always understand how that works in times of trouble and extreme difficulty, that you will send your spirit to comfort your people. And I just pray that you would do that now. I pray that even during this time that people would turn to you, and that the love for God and turning to God would be greater than ever before, because we need you, Lord. We need you in a mighty way. And I pray for all of my teacher friends who are having to lose their jobs with the Chinese companies. And I just pray for them to find a new way to meet the needs for their own families. And I pray that they would use this time to grow in faith in you and to grow in love for you. And I pray that you would help them to see the path that you have for them, because you don't give us a path that's impossible. You give us a path that we can do. And I just pray that you'd be with these teacher friends and just give them the ability to think clearly and to use their talents in a new and excellent way. And thank you for all the people that are helping to show us the way of new companies and new opportunities. And I thank you for the teacher community that we have to strengthen one another and help one another. And I pray that you'll bless this day, all those who watch this video, all those who are just looking to have a good day. Pray that you'll help them to, I know that some people are even sick at this time, that you'll just help them to take it easy, rest, and strengthen their bodies and do the things they need to do to be healthy and strong. And Lord, I just pray that you'll bless this day and all that is done in it. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. So, yeah. Thank you guys for coming. God was all over that situation. It was just unbelievable. It was really cool how the Lord worked in that, because, the guy that I took to the appointment, he was a couple minutes late, but not too bad. More because of traffic. And so there's just so many things that God's doing. And, there's hard things that are happening, but I've met so many amazing people because I've gotten out and I've gone to meetings and I've met some really awesome people. And I have on my channel a video that I made with Chow Kelly. I did a private interview with her. We do meetings like every Tuesday night. We have these meetings where we do certain kind of an educational type thing, how to run for school board, how to be involved with your selectmen, how to get involved in your town, how to just make your requests known. And it's all the way it's supposed to be. And just, it's not like I'm trying to get involved and trying to, stir anything up. It's just, that's the way it's all set up. I just have never done it before. So, so thank you, Simply Blessed. She took a job yesterday with K-12. Good. I'm glad your job is going well. I think of you often. Thank you so much. Yeah, even for me to have this job is amazing, because I didn't even know about the school and it kind of found me. So that's where you really know that, okay, this is what the Lord has. And the kids are really great. And it's just a really good situation. So I'm thankful. And it is a little bit of a drive. It's like a 40-minute drive, but it's worth it. I will not be teaching Vipkid. Yeah. I have like one class per day. I have classes on Monday because we have it off. And I have like one class per day. And I'm sure that's going to like fizzle out. I heard that October 1st is it. We'll see if that's true. But it's hard. It's hard for a lot of people, but we learned a lot. So, yes, the job found me. I'm so thankful you found your place. Oh, awesome. And I'm just really glad that, we had this chance to do the VIP kid thing and we got to know so many people. I got to know so many people. I just love the teacher community. And I will always, look out for great videos and continue to work with people online. I did a great video with teacher Kristen. That was so much fun. I felt like we were buds, you know. I was only going to do 30 minutes and then it turned into a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but she didn't seem to mind. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Sandy. You're a blessing, girlfriend. I just started watching Sandy's videos and I loved them. She's such a good instructor. And then I didn't see any videos for a long time. And then on Journey, they have this thing where teachers pop up and you just talk for like 3 minutes and then you can press a button and talk a little bit more. And when I saw Sandy, I was like, oh my goodness, it's teacher Sandy. And she's like, what? I'm thinking she's famous. She's thinking I'm just Sandy, right? So we had the greatest talk. So yeah, it's been great to get to know teacher Sandy as well. And her channel is great for organizing and stuff like that. Yeah, very inspirational. Kristen always seems super positive, makes people smile no matter what. That is so true. And she's so organized. She's such a good leader. Like, I could never do everything she does, but I could do something that she does. So I'll just pick like one or two things and work off of it. But she is a powerhouse. She certainly is. And I'm sure she's great for the kids. I'm sure she's a great teacher as well. And I just love the positivity. Like, it's hard to be kind of punched in the gut with, you no longer teach for VIP Kid. I'm thinking I'm going to teach for this company forever. I was thinking it's a great job to do. Even if you're older, you could get up, teach a few hours. You don't have to drive anywhere, but it's gone. But, who knows? Things could change. Things could change. We don't know. We always think the worst, but things could change for the better at some point, right? So, yeah. So I'm going to go because I have to get ready for my out school class. But thank you guys for coming and thanks for chatting with me today. And if you're looking for, if you're watching this on the playback, thank you. Don't forget the thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe if you dare. If you don't like something on my channel, just don't watch it, okay? I might put something on there that might be a little bit kind of controversial, but I don't mean to stir up anything. I just want people to consider some things that maybe they haven't considered. So anyway, love and hugs for you today. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Luann. And I'll see you later, Jason, on your channel with your car videos and your supersonic pool relaxing videos. Thank you. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.